I like the way that this rider enters the arena softly, soft feel. Horse is standing quietly, looking out into the arena curiously, but not over nervous. This rider looks like she's used to handling her get down rope. Looks like it's got a nice feel, nice weight. And I'm going to give her a score of a 9. And this is rider number 520. Nice setup to the back through. I like how she's turning and looking where she's going, and then keeping her head and shoulders, neck and chin soft. This tells me that she knows right where her horse's legs are, right where her feet are. I like to see a confident rider. Looks like this horse is maybe a little inexperienced with the back through, but I think as he gets more experienced, he'll keep himself in a backup without being asked. And I'm going to give her a score of a 8. Nice self-adjustment on the front feet. I like how she let him work that, and I'm going to give her a score of a 9. This looks like a horse who knows his job, whatever it is, and is just ready to come in and go to work. Nice self-adjustment on the hill. Nice rate on the rolly dirt. I like how he's attentive and curious, but his feet don't change. They change according to the tilt of the land, but not change in speed. And I'm going to give her a score of a 9 on the hill. Nice turn, nice self-adjustment. He's getting a little bit nervous, maybe caused him to bobble a little bit there. But maintaining good forward flow. Knows where his feet are. Follows her inside leg. I give her a score of a 7 on that hill. Actually, I'm going to change that to a 6. Smooth out those hesitations. Again, nice even flow and cadence. I like to see a horse maintain the same cadence and balance throughout the obstacle, and this horse is doing a good job of that. This rider's doing a good job of looking far enough ahead that she can start her arc into the next obstacle without having to oversteer. Very nice shooting for an absolute perfect entrance over those rocks. I'm going to backtrack to the prior obstacle and give her a score of an 8. I like this rider's use of her leg aids, helping that horse to stay very straight, and I'm going to give her a score of a 10 on those rocks. Again, that might look different from the camera angle, but from my angle, that was as right on as it's got. I'm going to give her a score of a 9 on the suspension bridge. Okay, I like how this rider's approaching the plank, giving her horse his head, letting him take ownership of this obstacle himself. That way he can track it. Very nice, letting him know what he's supposed to do and letting him handle it. I'm going to give her a score of a 5. Excellent work. I like how the rider approached this backup, knew exactly where her front feet needed to go. A little bit of bobble there. She straightened it out. A little bit of hesitation. This is the same hesitation we saw in the backing on the poles. But a little bit more experience, I think, is going to help create some flow in his backup. Good use of her leg aids to back with her legs and not her hands. Let's smooth out some of those things. Overall, I'm going to give her a 7. Again, I like how this horse has just maintained his nice, even, steady eddy cadence. Nice straight approach to the bog, looking for her straight exit, even cadenced footfall. I'm going to give her a 9 on the bog. Nice flow. A little bit of a bobble there between the first and the second log, not bad. Nice use of her legs. I'd like to see her not disengage his hindquarters quite that much when she goes to make that turn, so release him and let him turn. Get forward motion as soon as you tip his nose. That way you don't stop that forward flow. A little bit uncomfortable there. She caught him just right. And this looks like a horse that's a little bit introverted, so he was a little bit worried there, but not too bad. Now he's relaxing down into it, and overall I'm going to give her a score of a 6. Nice straight approach. I like to see her flow forward. There she goes. Nice use of forward backwards. I think as this horse gets a little bit more experience with keeping his hindquarters up close to his front feet, we'll see that line out and give her a score of a 5. Nice flow to the gate. I like that she was right at the handle when her feet quit moving. It's a little tight quarters there, but I like to see her take one more step backwards before she asks him to flow through it. Just so he doesn't have to tuck his chin to his chest so much before he goes through. Okay, overall, not bad. I'm going to give her a score of an 8. Now I'd like to see her turn and face the pond like was talked about in the walkthrough before she gets down. Don't mind that she checked her cinch to make sure her saddle wasn't going to fall off when she dismounted. I'd like to see her not drop her get down right though. I like that she's staying beside her horse's eye and not getting in front or behind him. I like to see her feed him some more lead. There she goes. And he's maintaining his cadence, even with the commotion going on in front of him. Horse responded well to her request for a slowdown. Thank you. Nice control. I give her a score of a 7 and change those things that we talked about, and that'll increase that score.